Nice. That's a good one.
Hey, that's a delicious beer. B.
Oh, it's all over my computer. God damn.
That was one of the better connections we've ever had.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. Hold on. Oh, signing off for 1 second.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 54 of the ReBrew podcast. Is it right? Is that right?
Yep. Big 5-4.
I am your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
Hey, what's up?
This week we saw a superhero movie, so of course we bring on Liam Garven.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey,
Mr.
Liam.
Black Klansman himself.
The truth.
I didn't understand what that was. Antonio called me Mr. Black Klansman, and I hadn't listened yet. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, is this because you're... I don't even know why we named you that. Was your number one movie?
Because Mike meant to, type in my name to something, and he said, I just started typing in Black Klansman.
And then we start calling you Mr. Black Klansman.
Oh, stupid. This week we all saw DC's newest movie, Shazam. Glowing reviews for that movie. I think it did pretty okay at the box office. We'll get into it later. But of the 5 DC movies, this is easily top 2 with Wonder Woman, I'd say.
This is 6, I believe.
Batman
vs. Superman.
Justice League. Oh, Aquaman.
Oh, 7.
I forgot Aquaman.
7, Man of Steel. That's 7.
Liam, did you see Aquaman?
I didn't. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Okay.
It didn't get reviews from people I trust or good reviews, so I just didn't see it.
I didn't see either. The only person I know that saw was Keegan, so I was just wondering.
You guys did a whole podcast on it. Was it just Keegan talking?
No, I just talked about it for a bit.
I made rude comments in the background as Keegan was talking about it.
Yeah, so this is kind of a new direction for DC, more individual stories, but we'll get that later. Any of you got beers? I know, Mike, you were about to fall asleep. Liam, you were also pretty tired. You got anything?
Yeah, I grabbed this from the fridge. Ballast Point Sculpin IPA, grapefruit. And the theme is, in the movie, they attempt to steal beer, and I stole this from my roommate, Evan.
Nice. That's a good one.
Hey, that's a delicious beer. B.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, it's all over my computer. God damn it.
That was one of the better connections we've ever had.
Oh, no. Oh, fucking damn it. God damn it. All the fucking hell. Oh. Hold on. Oh, signing off for 1 second.
Liam is not kidding. He literally just spilled a beer on his laptop.
Yeah, he went to open it, and then, yeah, you can see it in the corner of the frame, just all of it came crashing down. I'm watching the Penguins right now, currently losing. Hopefully you can turn around in the last 2 minutes. But I've been drinking all week and today Market Garden Shandy. No joke. The best summer beer I've ever had. Borderline best beer I've ever had. If you're a Clevelander or you live in Ohio, Market Garden Shandy is amazing. It tastes like lemonade, basically. Mike, you know, you may have shit your pants at this point, but in Munich, remember the Radler?
Yeah, I had a couple sips.
It's like
I had shit my pants at this point.
It
is that. It's amazing.
It's so good you'll shit your pants.
I've had 18 of them over the last 4 days.
What's the percentage? 3.1?
4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will buy some of that. Great Lakes has a new beer out too right now too.
The IPA,
it's like an
right?
aviator beer or something like that. I don't have anything on me.
Okay. Yeah. No. I everyone out there, I recommend if you can get your hands on Market Garden Shandy. It's better than Leinenkugel's. It's better than Bud Light Lime.
Really?
It's the best summer beer. It's unreal.
Would they sell it, you think, just at the gas station, or do you have to go somewhere to find it?
I went to Savor Growl to get it, but I've seen it at Giant Eagle. I've seen it at Kroger. So you might not be able to go to Shell to get it, but it'll be close. And Market Garden's my favorite Christmas sale as well. So, and it's so pretty. Their packaging. It's a nice company.
It's always done. It's always very nicely done. I never had a bad Market Garden beer either, except for their Pilsner. Their Pilsner's fucking disgusting. Stick away from that.
Really?
Yeah. Their Citramax is really good. It's a great brewery.
Yeah. Don't have much news, but a couple of trailers we'll get into now.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Yes! Empty net goal. Tied it up. Minute and a half left. Let's go. Okay. First big one was the the Joker trailer, the new walking penis. Todd Phillips directed
Todd
the
Phillips.
Joker movie.
Yes.
We've seen screenshots and like quote unquote behind the scenes, very much leaked on purpose clips. What'd you guys think of the trailer?
I thought it was fine. It made me look more forward to the movie than I was. Looks dark. Looks like what a Joker biopic would be.
Yeah, it looks super dark.
Yeah.
People are calling it the comedian, right? The Scorsese movie.
That's the King of Comedy.
Yeah, I was close. I've never seen that, but De Niro's he's reprise. Anyways, my brain's not working. Go Liam, go.
I thought it looked.
Liam.
I thought it looked okay. I mean, I don't like. This is a version of the Joker that I don't think we've ever seen. Like, I'm sure it's pulling from other stuff, but like, this is a Joker who is 30 years older than Bruce Wayne, and like, there is clearly going to be no Batman. Right. It gets to a point where you're just like, this is just a movie. Like, this could be anyone. This could be called like the Insane Man, and you make the same movie.
Yeah.
And it doesn't like, which is fine if it's a good movie, but like, yeah. There's no way it's a bad movie. I think it'll be a well-made movie for sure.
I think it's a good trailer, but I'm more excited for it as well. But I could still see it being absolute shithouse. I don't think this is made it like it's in the clear now. In terms of, have we seen this Joker before? I guess Gotham is currently doing that. I think Bruce is like 15 years old in that show, and the Joker is alive and well.
But the Joker in that is also like 20 years old. Like he's
younger too.
And Bruce is like in training to be Batman.
Yeah.
At that time.
So I guess we've never seen
the
a
kid
30-year difference.
Like 8.
Yeah. I guess in Burton's Batman.
Yeah, but that
Jack
wasn't
Nicholson
intense.
was ancient, but
how old is Walking Penis? Is he 50 yet?
No. Penis
He's
has to
close.
be like
mid-40s?
No way. I'd say like early 40s.
I said 47.
I'm going 47, 48.
I also said, okay. Oh, take the over.
I'll go the over on 47. He's 44. October
Wow.
28th.
I'm taking that.
Yeah, you want it.
But no, he looks good in the role. He has a killer laugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like Liam said, this could be a Scorsese produced follow-up to Taxi Driver for all I know. It doesn't seem like it needs to be the Joker at all. That being said, though, I'm kind of excited for DC to be doing this. They're abandoning the whole cinematic universe and like,
Yes.
give me good stories. I think it's
Yeah.
way more intriguing at the moment because people are getting burned out with Marvel and the formula that they
nothing was
tying.
nothing was tying together for DC nicely. You know, it was
Right.
all
Yeah.
shit show.
So give me this. Give me Superman Red Sun. Give me like a bunch of spin-off, but you don't need to
There's
connect
no
them.
way Matt Reeves is Batman. I don't think there's any way they connect it to the 7 DCEU movies, right? Because
no.
not only is Affleck out, but they're going younger. Like, it's going to be,
Right.
I think it'll be, if anything, it'll be connected to this Joker movie.
This
if it
takes
does
place
well.
in the 70s, I think. So even
So
that's
if-
going to be tough to do.
It would just be like Bruce. Well, if this takes place in the 70s, their movie takes place in the 90s. You get like a 30-year-old Bruce, and the Joker isn't the main villain.
Yeah. I think if DC wants to continue with the Justice League, you have Momoa's Aquaman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, you have Shazam, which we'll talk about later, who could easily fold in. The Flash, if that ends up happening. You still have a core that's already established, but I think, like Batman doesn't really seem to fit in there anymore.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good Batman, if you don't have a good Superman, you don't have a Justice League, though.
Yeah.
Is Cavill
You can't
in?
sell
Is
that
Cavill
movie.
out? I'm not really sure if he's still doing it.
Well, spoiler alert. Seems like he's out
Yeah.
from what we saw in Shazam.
Yeah. I guess, without Batman and Superman in your Justice League, what are you really doing? I don't know. It depends on if Gunn... Yeah, because Gunn's Suicide Squad is going to be independent as well.
But you could say the same thing about, that first Avengers movie, because those weren't the heavy-hitting Marvel characters. you could say, how are you going to make a big Marvel movie without Wolverine and Spider-Man?
Yeah, but the Avengers, that's the team. Like, they haven't changed the main team at all.
All right, you're right.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm more excited for this, but I don't think it's signed, sealed, delivered, guaranteed going to be a good movie. I think there's still room for error here.
I think
Unless you're getting a good acting performance, I like the tone.
Yeah.
So with those two things, I'm there.
Yeah.
I think this is at worst an okay movie.
Yeah.
Hashtag brave tweet. The other the other trailer we saw this week, the first I think this is trailer number 1. The other one was considered a tease for The Lion King, the Jon Favreau remake with all of everyone good in Hollywood, basically. Man, this looks bad. I'll say it. This looks bad.
I think we're all on the same page that like fucking why, like it does. I couldn't tell you. Like I got
That's
so
the
many
tagline
complaints.
for
I was
this
talking.
movie, by the way. Fucking why?
Like you can't tell the lions apart. I saw Scar and I'm like, is that Scar? Like, cause
Yeah.
like, what is the point of this?
There are real lions in the world that have black manes.
Yeah.
Like, give him some like distinguishing feature.
Why wouldn't you give him the black mane still?
I don't get it. And
David,
like,
our boy David Ehrlich, who cares? Ehrlich had
Doesn't
the best tweet. They showed a single line of dialogue because when they talk, it looks like dog shit.
yeah,
It looks bad.
there's no way to make it look realistic.
Yeah, and then there was the
They're
side by side
lions.
of Simba growing up in the old one versus the new one. And the
Yeah.
old one, they're swaying, they're dancing, they're having
there's-
fun. And the new one, they're just walking. They're just animals
Yeah.
walking. There's no like heart in
No.
it looks of it so far.
Yeah, I think again,
It's
I think
like-
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
'Cause, like-
it's- go on.
I was gonna. I think like the Jungle Book. I mean, wasn't a fantastic movie, but I liked it. But that also had a real person in it that like I don't know, you like the animals could play off of them and stuff. But in this, it's just like, hey, look at these two realistic lions standing next to each other as Beyonce and Childish Gambino narrate. Like,
Yeah.
and also, I don't like the voice of Scar. Who is that guy? Chidi Awell. I'm
Chiwetel
not gonna.
Ejiofor.
Is he in anything that I would know? Is he famous?
He's in
He's in 12 Years a Slave.
and Doctor Strange.
Who is he in Doctor Strange?
He's the friend that turns bad guy. Like, he'll be the next villain in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he was in the post-credit scene. Okay,
Yeah.
that guy.
But yeah, there was a shot at the end of the trailer of just like 2 female lions. I'm just like, is that supposed to do anything for me? Like, is that Nala? Like, I have no. It's just a realistic looking
Yeah.
lion. There's no like facial feature or any feature really that's gonna set her apart. It's just a lion.
Yeah, like
And
if you
it's
look at
it's a shot for shot remake too. Like it's just what
Yeah.
is the
They show
fucking
the
point?
stampede. I don't know.
We all
man.
know what's gonna happen. What's the point of going? It looks pretty as hell, but
yeah, but like so does Planet Earth. Like you just
Right,
watch
and-
Planet Earth.
And speaking of that, this looks like one of those Disney nature docs, basically.
Yeah.
Where they just like forcing the Lion King on top of it. It doesn't even like feel. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like special or like it just feels heartless and soulless. Basically, there's like nothing really behind it.
it will win visual effects at the Academy Awards.
Oh, yeah.
You bet your life on that.
Yeah.
But besides that, I don't know.
Yeah, this is like, and it's bumming me out that everyone is just like slobbing all over it.
I hate how everyone's pumped for it. It pisses
Is
me off
everyone
so much.
pumped? I
Dude,
saw like a
every tweet's
50-50
like-
split.
Simba growing up
Wow.
on that walk. Oh my God, my nostalgia. It's like, yeah, but just go watch the old one where it's done well.
Still holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
That movie is that's not like a movie where it's like, oh, just go, this movie was my childhood. Like that's a fantastic film.
It's still.
Yeah.
It is legitimately fantastic.
Yeah, like if you watch it now, it still holds up. It is a wonderful movie. And when they start singing, it's gonna be just cringy, I
I
think.
know.
Are they gonna do like rap, like what they're doing with like Never Had a Friend Like Me, or are they just gonna sing
But again,
straight up?
that's a humanoid. Like it's like a
I get-
human
no.
rapping. It's like
That is. I'm saying, yeah, but like, what are they gonna? Are the songs just gonna be straight up? Because that's how they were in like Beauty and the Beast. The songs they did play were basically just the same songs. They didn't like edit them in any way. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot of questions surrounding this movie, but I don't understand the hype. I don't understand why it was made, and I mean, there's a slight part of me that thinks this might like bomb.
It
I
won't.
don't think this.
It's gonna make a $1.5 billion.
There's just a little hope in humanity that they'll just they'll shun this.
I mean, I'm gonna see it. And that's what everyone's just gonna go see it out of just intrigue, which is just dumb.
It's so dumb. I'm not seeing it opening weekend.
Might literally buy my ticket for something else.
Hashtag brave tweet.
Thank you.
Mike, you do look like an uglier Baker Mayfield a little bit. Like I can see your face this close.
Thank you. I get that a lot.
Oh my god. I got nothing else in terms of news. You guys got anything?
Yeah, I got things.
I got one thing.
All right, go first, Liam.
All right. So the Hellboy tomato meter reveal happened today. Give your guys' guesses for what percent?
27.
Unfortunately, I know. My brother told me.
So it has to be low.
9%, Keegan.
No way.
Yeah. Out of like 50 reviews. So
I would have guessed like a 65.
Yeah,
I was shocked when I heard that.
Oh my god, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, also we should bring up we were pumping Pet Cemetery's tires last week for having 93 through 36 reviews. It's dropped to 60%.
It's lower than that now.
Really?
It just fell off a cliff.
Oh god, dude.
It's making money though. It seems like 25 million.
Yeah.
Not bad, dude.
It's
9%.
crazy how it fell off a cliff though.
Holy shit. That's Do you plan on seeing it, Liam?
I was planning on seeing it. Like here's the first review. It's 2 hours long, but it feels like an eternity. Lurching incoherently from one noisy set piece to another.
I kind of get that from the trailer though. The trailer shows a lot of stuff, and it's just kind of all over the place.
A series of violent vignettes went overboard with the R rating. These are the things I'm seeing.
Yeah, the Del Toro ones are PG-13, maybe even lower. Probably PG-13. Yeah, that's surprising and discouraging.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say though. Mike?
Yeah, it's shockingly low. It's good. It's probably just terrible.
Yeah.
Here's my 2 bits of news I have for that movie Cats. Keegan, how me and you were going back and forth arguing if it was animated or not. You know what they're gonna do with it?
Life-size cats, right?
Yeah, they're
humans.
They will shrink the actors of feline size and add performance-capturing fur.
Oh god. Do you like cats? I can't remember.
Yeah, I had to do a project on it in grade school. The music jams. I mean, it's weird. It's not really like a story. It's based off a book of poems, so it's like just a bunch of different like set pieces. But it's cool. Costumes are pretty. I'm cool with it. I was kind of looking forward to that, but now hearing this, I don't know how I feel. Just sounds like a mistake.
Yeah. Liam?
I was looking for news and wasn't listening. What are we talking about?
Cats. Do you like
Cats. Okay. I haven't heard a song from Cats. From what I've seen from Cats, I don't like it. It's off-putting, like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And I don't like cats as a thing either in the real world. So I'm probably not going to see whatever this. Like, why? Just another why?
But Taylor Swift is playing a cat.
Who thinks that people fucking want this?
Oh, I'll tell you why. The best tweet from the last week. American pop culture is just an IV drip of nostalgia pumped into a dying husk.
Yes.
That's why they're making it.
That was a very funny tweet.
Choster on Twitter. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's nothing original anymore. At least, like, big. Nothing. Everything. To find an original story, you need to look for a $10 million movie, and that's about it.
People like original stuff still. Like, original stuff makes money if it's good. Invest in the right stuff, Hollywood. You suck.
Yeah, let them have it, Mike.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I just took down Hollywood with that statement.
Jesus, you're like that guy from the Joker.
Harvey Weinstein. He said, "Lay up on me. Come on, I'm trying my best."
Wow.
Hey, say what you want to say. Harvey was good for the movie industry. Himself.
Wow.
Himself.
The biggest Harvey Weinstein defender, Mike. Wow.
Yeah. He was behind some good stuff. I'm not saying that the guy was a saint. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair to say. I wouldn't say it, but it's fair to say.
Yeah, let's just not say it. Let's leave it to the historians, I guess.
All right.
We are historians. Okay.
Anything else? Liam, did you find anything?
I got one last bit of news. Gary Sanchez production and Gloria Sanchez production will continue with all. I'm reading the wrong part of the story. Will Ferrell and Anna McKay have ceased production on their Gary Sanchez production company. They're no longer going to be working together as producers.
And Gloria Sanchez, which is their
And Gloria.
female-led one.
Yeah.
They're going to finish out all their projects they have together. But, I mean, whenever anyone thinks of those two, it's Anchorman, the other guys, and Step Brothers. But I guess they've been behind a bunch of other stuff, too.
Yes. And, like, obviously Adam McKay's gotten way more serious while Will Ferrell just hasn't really done that.
It's gotten worse.
Yeah, they were still... Like, Will Ferrell was still technically a producer on both those movies, but he wasn't nominated for the Academy Awards. So that's weird.
I think
so,
it's
like,
only executives, right?
it's only just producers. The executive producers don't get it. But he was listed as producer in Vice, but he wasn't nominated. So, like, I feel like there's some weird shit going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to speculate, but I don't think they like each other that much anymore. I'm kidding. But it just seems like they're both going in different directions. I honestly think Anna McKay's just leaving him behind.
Yeah.
But that's fine. He milked that cow for what it was worth and then ditched him when it was no longer lucrative for him.
Yeah.
I guess they met at SNL. I don't know McKay was a writer for SNL.
He's a head writer. Yeah, he was the head writer.
Oh, wow.
Early 2000s, yeah.
Good for him. Liam, you a little distraught by this news?
No, I was just looking at what other stuff. Like the Gary Sanchez production company does produce a lot of other stuff, but it's all shit. It's like Daddy's Home, Get Hard, whatever Kevin Hart is in that
Will
year.
Ferrell over the last decade.
Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters.
Jeez.
Tammy. Oh.
The hell was
Holmes
Tammy?
and Watson.
That Melissa McCarthy. I made my, at the time, girlfriend... We were driving. I left halfway through the movie. Started the car and left. That's how bad that was.
That's a good call.
Great call. It was
Did
the right
either of
call.
you see Holmes and Watson? Probably not.
I wish.
I don't.
I'm kidding, but I feel like it would be so bad it'd be worth watching.
I wonder if that was the deal breaker for McKay.
He's like, stop using our production company to do these shitty movies.
To go on vacation in London and kind of film a movie.
I did Vice. You did Holmes and Watson in 2018.
That's what Happy Madison has become. It's become an excuse for Adam Sandler to film movies in, like, exotic places.
With his friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the life.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing. All right. Ready to get to the movie?
Let's get to the movie.
You can't handle the truth.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So Shazam is the newest Christmas movie out in mid-April. That was a great tweet, Mike.
Yeah, that was. I didn't even think about that.
Hashtag brave tweet.
Shazam tells the story of a orphan boy, Billy Batson, who is imbued with the powers of a lot of different gods to become the hero Shazam. There is another villain, which we won't really spoil because it's kind of a spoiler to talk about the villain. They don't really reveal the villain too much in the trailers. But it's a story of Billy trying to fit in and also be a superhero at the same time. It's basically a superhero version of Big, the Tom Hanks movie from the 80s, I think.
Yep.
But it's getting awesome reviews. It did really well at the box office, and I think it'll continue to do well with word of mouth. But what did you guys think of Shazam? I think I know where this is going to go, but let's hear it.
Mike, you go first. Yeah.
So I root against superhero movies. I hope I hate every single superhero movie I ever see. Not true. I'm just playing into the character. But no. I came in with actually a little somewhat higher expectations than normal for superhero movies. And it kind of delivered. I actually really enjoyed this movie. It went by pretty fast. I had a smile on my face. I actually laughed out loud, and I watched this movie by myself, which never happens if I'm by myself in the theater. But I actually laughed out loud at one scene. It was such a dumb scene. But no, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a nice, cute movie. It delivered.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah, I did not expect that either.
No.
I liked it too. I mean, I didn't love it by any means. There was some stuff that I'm just, what happened, Keegan? What happened?
Interference. We're good.
There was some stuff that, kind of makes me roll my eyes. Seems a little bit derivative of other superhero movies, but overall, I think the kid actors were great. It was it's a very thin line you toe when you get seven or six kid actors to be the main part of the movie, because they can get annoying. And I think that they were great. Overall,
and even Zachary Levi is playing a kid also. So
yeah, and I love Zachary Levi. Have either of you guys watched Chuck? I never watched Chuck.
Yeah, I did. I like Chuck. What has he been in since then? I know he was in the first 2 Thor movies, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, he was in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 2, which is a really good show. But yeah, overall, I liked him. I liked the direction. It took some twists that I guess I wasn't expecting, oddly, too. There was a few, not like huge, but a few surprises. And overall, it was a good film.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I got my expectations pretty high going into it. I don't think it met them necessarily, but it is a solid movie. It's funny, even though if you watch any of the trailers, it spoils a lot of the best jokes. Just kind of got a nasally exhale from me in the theater. Yeah, all the kids are excellent in it, especially the kid from It. I don't know his actual name, but he was really good.
Did he play Freddy?
Yeah, the kid that played Freddy is really good.
Jack Dylan Grazer is his name.
Thank you.
And yes, he is very good.
The kid that played Billy Batson's good, even though he kind of exits for a big chunk of it in the middle, and it's a lot of Zachary Levi, but I guess if you're going to pay Zachary Levi, you got to put him on screen. I think the villain's pretty weak, especially half of the villains, which we'll talk about in spoilers. This movie borrows from a lot of other movies, Ghostbusters, Big, obviously, and I like those little nods to things. But yeah, I don't love the ending, I guess, but the build up to it, I guess the middle kind of drags a bit too. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not as high as maybe you guys are, but I think overall it's good and worth seeing. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. I'd recommend it to people, especially if you like superhero movies, obviously. But I guess this is different enough where if you're kind of sick of the formula, this does enough different things where it's probably worth a view.
Feels more like an 80s movie than a superhero movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I say that with high praise. I give it a 7.7.
I'll say 7.5.
There we go. Across the board.
Let's get into spoilers because I'm about to fall asleep here. So yeah, the 7 Deadly Sins I thought were just like boring. They didn't differentiate each other enough. I mean, it clearly borrowed a lot from the demon dogs from Ghostbusters in terms of how they looked and how they came out of the statues and everything. But it's just a boring design, and they didn't stand out at all.
If you're gonna have the 7 Deadly Sins, then have them be like, have that play a factor.
Right.
The only one that did was what? Ego?
Gluttony.
No, at the end.
Oh, Envy,
Gluttony was fat.
Yeah.
Envy, yeah.
Yeah. But they're just gray. They're boring. They look like the same. They look like fucking Doomsday from Batman vs. Superman. Like, they're just nothing.
It should have been just like the 7 Beasts.
Right. There's something like Gray Smoke, which is plagued DC movies for the last 7 movies. And, yeah, I don't know. They were just boring. And then Mark Strong. Did you like Mark Strong? I thought he was fine.
I think he was better than I don't know, like, compared to what we've gotten. I think that his motivation kind of made sense. I liked his first like introduction scene when he had like become Mark Strong, whatever his what was his character's name?
Dr. Savannah?
Yeah. Like when he like walked into that boardroom and like chucked his brother out the window.
Yeah,
like
that was awesome. His first 3
believe
scenes as a kid and then getting the powers and then chucking him out the window were sweet.
Yeah.
And then after that he kind of falls off a little bit, but I liked it. It was dark.
Yeah, it was super dark.
It was out of nowhere.
It was dark for a light movie. It was dark.
Billy getting just like denied from his mom was pretty dark too. I mean, this has an interesting mix of just like kind of very sad things, but also it being a little kid with superpowers, and that just being a ridiculous concept in and of itself, and him goofing around basically. I think it spends way too much time with him being basically a street performer in the middle. I just think that takes forever for him to finally get involved with Mark Strong's villain and
but I thought it was pretty funny. I thought the Queen montage was awesome.
Oh,
Queen was playing the YouTube when they were trying to figure out his powers.
Yeah, no, that was fine. But then once Billy like
it goes on for 30 more minutes.
Yeah, once he has teenage angst and like it's kind of like fuck you, Freddy, I'm doing my own thing. Then it's like, all right, can we get like finally get some conflict going? Because now it's just like you're an asshole with no real reason for it.
Yeah, but I think it's more, for lack of a better term, realistic. Like they showed you that this kid was kind of a dick, and that's like what he would do if that, because like he was not chosen because he was pure of heart. He was chosen out of necessity, and he still was just like kind of, because that's what most like he's thinking like, how do I make money out of this? He's a freaking orphan.
Yeah, I guess it's realistic, but in terms of storytelling, it just kind of went on for too long.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I thought he was picked because he had pure heart.
No, I
No.
think it was like because you see all those interviews from the Dr. Savannah like trial of them of the original Shazam trying to find anyone to fill the spot, but no one can. And then I think it's like I'm about to die. Who's up next? Oh, Billy Batson here. Just take it, please. You're our last hope.
That old guy costume looked like shit. Just get an old guy with a beard. Why put a fake beard on Digimon Hansu?
Yeah, I know, it's true.
It looks so bad.
He's in a different DC movie too, and he's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's an Aquaman. He's a fish man in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's got a contract with Warner Brothers. He's got to fulfill.
He was the Fisherman King.
The Santa joke never paid off for me.
No, I don't really either.
Mike, did you stay for post credits? There's no way.
There was post credits.
The one is just like you just get totally lost if you don't follow the comics. And the caterpillar, I have no idea who that is. But then showing Superman from the neck down, where obviously you couldn't get Henry Cavill. It's like just don't even do it then. It just felt so.
That was
God.
That wasn't post credit.
Yeah, that wasn't post credits.
Shit.
That was right before the credits rolled. The other post credit scene was Freddie and Zachary Levi Shazam arguing about Aquaman, which was really it was nothing. It was an absolutely nothing conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know why they put it there. I think it was just after the success of Aquaman, they just put it in there.
Yeah.
But the caterpillar-like creature is Mr. Mind. He's a 2-inch alien worm of high intelligence with telepathic powers.
I guess this movie is basically Jeff Johns' run in the New 52. Have you read that?
I have not.
Okay, so I guess it was like it's straight out of the comic books. Did you guys like the very ending with how all the siblings in quotes got powers?
I did. Did you not?
It felt kind of Power Rangers-y.
I just don't know where you go from there.
Yeah, because if you add that to the Justice League, you double the number of the Justice League. There's 6 of them.
Right, but this wasn't portrayed very well. So when he gets the Shazam powers, he gets like the speed of whatever, might of Hercules, wisdom of Zeus or whatever. He gets like 7 individual powers. So when he splits it, each kid only has 1 power, but they don't really show that all that well. It seemed like they're all just Shazam.
Well, the one can fly, the one has strength, the one can zap.
Yeah, I think that was showed pretty well, but it also
But what did the girl have? The oldest girl.
She
the wisdom.
She would have had the wisdom of Solomon.
Solomon,
that famous Greek god Solomon.
But like Billy doesn't have that. Billy's an idiot.
Wisdom doesn't necessarily mean intelligence. Let's talk about this for a minute. But I think no, he doesn't. But I think wisdom can also mean like knowledge. I don't know. I'm not going to try and defend it. Billy doesn't really have it.
No. And then, I mean, plus, I guess she's the worst fighter in that last scene. Like, she doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
No, and I think she's pummeling a guy in the background.
She's what?
She's just pummeling on a dude in the background.
Oh, really?
She's
so
owning
are they all super strong? Like,
I think that they all have, like, one power that they're, like, that's, like, their thing. But they have, like, because they have to be at least a little bit stronger. They couldn't just be there as strong as a kid. Or, so it's probably just, like, there's one power that's like their shtick, but they have like diluted versions of the rest.
Maybe I don't know. It's just like in the sequel. Do you start off with all of them are now like practicing superheroes? That's what I love about it. Is like where do you go from here?
I think that'll be like a temporary thing. They'll somehow make it so like that was just like a heat of the moment necessity thing. He doesn't want to put his siblings at risk all that because like that. His one sister is like what 8 or 7. Like he'll probably like take away the power from them or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that they kind of shot the right there, and I don't know.
Wow, gross way to say that.
I'm just listening, but I liked it. I thought it was cool.
It was okay. I think go ahead, Mike.
I understand, like you were saying, for the long-term game of the Shazam franchise, probably not the best move, but I liked it. But shouldn't there have been 7? There was only 6.
I think the 7th is supposed to be Black Adam, I would say.
The 7th sin or the 7th kid?
The 7th kid, because there's 7 chairs.
Who's Black Adam?
Kids?
Yes, there's only 6 total, because he has 5 siblings in himself.
Who's
Black Adam is one of... So
Black Adam is The Rock.
Yes, but earlier in the movie, the wizard Shazam says something about how like he gave his powers to someone once and they fucked it up. That's most likely Black Adam, who's one of Shazam's enemies, who's like just kind of an evil version of him, who is played by The Rock, who signed on in like 2015. It feels like at this point.
Yeah, a long time ago. He produced this movie, I think.
Dwayne? Oh yeah, it said Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah,
he'll
it did.
be in this.
He posted something on his Instagram about it.
He'll be in the sequel.
Yeah, I thought the dynamic of all the kids was very good, and they, except for the Hispanic kid, they all kind of had their moment to shine. That kid was just kind of along for the ride.
He had his moment to shine when they were superheroes. When he held up the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but it's not really a character building. I feel like I could describe all their characters except for him. It's just like he was there.
Wasn't it his thing that he wanted to be strong? Like his weights were on the table in the beginning. Like
that was his thing. He didn't talk
that he
much.
wanted to be buffed.
That's sick. Is that the mom from Roma?
I would bet no.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. It could have been, but I'm gonna say no. She was too young.
No.
No. Okay.
She was.
She was Hispanic and kind of looked similar.
She's from Madrid. She's not Mexican.
Okay.
And she's also not in Roma, so that checks out.
Okay, well that's what I needed. That was a little information I needed there.
But did you guys think that like this is gonna be a weird like at times because the dynamic of the kids, it felt just like a 2005 Nickelodeon or like Disney movie. It felt like one of those movies like Max Keeble's Day Off or like Snow Day. Remember Snow Day? Kind of felt like that.
It kind of felt like Sky High at one point. I got that vibe. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it was because of the children's actors.
And just like the overall tone and like their interactions and stuff. Yeah. It felt very like mid to early 2000s Disney Nickelodeon movie.
It never felt that way budget-wise, though. It never felt cheap.
No.
But yeah, I guess. But that's just so easy because if you're a kid-heavy movie, it's pretty easy to think that way. But I thought they were all good. But I guess I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Was Sky High a theatrical release?
I think
yes, it definitely was because I 100% saw it in theaters.
I mean, Kurt Russell's in it, so.
You think Kurt Russell's going to be in some straight-to-DVD Disney bullshit? But another thing.
All right, we're all going to guess how much Sky High 8 costs and what it made in the theaters. Ready?
Okay. Cost $75 million, made
Holy
83.
Shit.
I bet it costs a lot.
It cost $23 million. It made $64 million.
Okay, I looked before I asked the question because I'm an idiot. But the budget was $35 million and the box office was 86.4.
I'm taking that.
And it was a Disney movie.
That was set up for a sequel. The Sky High cinematic universe could have been great.
Could have been somebody.
It could have been. It was
thought, Mike, I thought you asked because it was going to be like an absurd cost. Like you looked at it at first, and you're like, this was a $100 million movie.
Oh my God, that cost $200 million. Nah, it was.
You see it in every frame.
Nice job, Kurt Russell.
Another.
That's how I pick him.
Another thing, I get that it's like a movie and it's not supposed to be real, but the dynamics of the high school or grade school, like, yeah, you know how you have.
80s.
You know how you have that kid in your school that's crippled, so you kick the shit out of him? Like, no one does that. Like, these high school kids pull up to a school they don't go to, I think, and they hit a kid with their car who is crippled and then beat the hell out of him.
And they wear black leather jackets. It's funny that they pull up. Do they park there for the day?
Yeah. But also, sometimes, like, it feels like they are at least 16. Do they go to this? Like, is it like a K through 12 school?
Well, Mary
it appeared that way.
But Mary's waiting outside at the end of the day. I thought she went to a different school. And but that was just at the end. I thought that was a concept. Anyway, it was really weird. It's just like that. I get that was part of part of pushing the story along was having bullies beat up a kid who had ALS. But I don't think that would happen in real life. That's what. Something like Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, did that better, where the kid who was a bully was just kind of like a dick. Like it was just like
he didn't actually beat him up.
It was all verbal.
And they almost had the exact same setup. I'm sure it's in other movies, but in a Spider-Man Homecoming, where the best friend is like, "Oh yeah, well I know Spider-Man or Shazam," and then they're like, "Really? No, you don't." And then they don't show up because they got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I think Spider-Man: Homecoming did it better because Shazam didn't show up just because he was being a dick.
I thought it was really
Well, he
cute though,
said he forgot.
seeing them try to learn his superpowers and trying to figure that out. I really enjoyed that 30-minute stretch.
Yeah.
Because it felt like a realistic interpretation of what social media is without it being like a 40-year-old being like this is what a kid would put on Twitter or something like that. Like it felt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Like
No, you're saying
interpretations of
tweeter.
social media. All right, well I was purposely saying it wrong.
I know. That's why I laughed. I'm laughing at your joke.
Oh my god, I'm killing it right now.
It's so funny.
I didn't use it all in the text. That kid you're right. That kid who played Freddie Freeman is really good. That kid's like, I mean, he's like actually a kid, right? He's not like 19.
No,
He's probably
actually
like
a kid.
15 or
He's in,
14.
Mike, what's that shit movie we saw with Steve Carell last year?
What'd you say?
Beautiful boy.
Beautiful Boy. Yeah, he's the younger version of Timothée Chalamet in Beautiful Boy, as well.
Yeah.
Kids,
And he's great in
his future's
it.
looking pretty good.
Got a
Yeah.
nice filmography
He's only
so far.
15. He was really good.
I think it has a good soundtrack too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything in it though besides Queen.
Little drummer boy plays the beginning.
I
Bing Crosby's version.
Yeah.
think it's
enjoyed
just
Yeah,
like
this is-
popular songs.
You know what pisses me off though? If anyone says no, this isn't a Christmas movie, it's the same argument for why this is the same reason why Die Hard is.
Yeah, very similar.
It's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. It takes place like in a mall on Christmas, and a Santa plays a role, not an important role. There's a joke at the end where the youngest girl tells Santa what she wants for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was a good
Oh.
one. That little girl is great.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Was
I think she's my favorite kid, other than Freddie and Billy.
She was mine. I loved Billy.
You didn't love Billy?
Was Billy the one that Zach Levi turned into?
Yeah.
I didn't love Billy. I thought he was just okay. I was happy when he was off the screen.
Really? I thought he
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Mike's waving his hand. Did you like the scene with the mom? There was really no like. I was just like brutally sad for. I don't know. It didn't seem like did she give a reason?
She was
she
young.
said that she was 17 and she was far from in between, I think was the exact way.
She just like
Kid
kind of
Rock
cuts him loose though with no
references.
like attempt to explain or. Is
I
that
feel
how
like
it
they
go
would
down?
find her. You can't just leave your kid in a circus or
Right.
a
He didn't even-
fairground.
He was like 4. He didn't even know his mom's name.
I feel like they'd find her.
That's true. He didn't know her name.
And she stayed in Philly. So, but I think that was an important thing where she's like, no, like you guys aren't my real family. My real family is my mom. And then he's like, wait, they are my real family. 'Cause
No,
my
I
mom,
get why it
you know,
was there.
because in every other
That just
superhero
seemed like
movie,
so
like
unrealistic.
it seemed unrealistic in the beginning when I'm like, so she just loses her kid in the crowd and then he's lost for 12 years. But it made more sense when, you know, she abandoned him. I don't know. I like that scene. I think
I like
top
it too.
important.
I like this whole background story. I dug it.
You hated Billy though.
Billy sucked. Billy was
You guys,
fine. I didn't think he was. I think it was disappointing at points.
That's fair.
You know who wasn't great when they got the Shazam powers? All of those actors trying to play kids, but as like adults. I didn't think they were doing a good job at it at all.
I thought the littlest girl did a good job, but everyone else, I don't know. Were any of those big names? Any of those people?
I didn't recognize a single soul. The one Asian guy
the
kind of.
Freddie Freeman looked familiar.
Yeah,
Adam Brody.
Adam Brody. Yeah, I don't know. I was waiting for them to be like huge names.
But they're all gonna be A-list at first. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like, nah.
Because then you have to pay them for the sequel. Speaking of the sequel, are you guys excited for more of this?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't know where this can go. That won't just be a retread.
Right.
I
It
feel like
seems
there's
a
not
perfect
much here.
one-off, but
Yeah.
I
We'll
really
see
look
it.
forward. What'd you say?
I think we're going to see a sequel, but I
Oh yeah,
don't
for
need.
sure. But like even folding him into a bigger universe, I don't really care about. A sequel, I'm not sure what else they could do without it being repetitive. But in terms of one-off thing, I think they did really well with it. Because this
They did,
director had done like a couple of small-budget horror movies that I don't think reviewed very well. But yeah, this is a good one from him.
This was always a weird choice. They announced this movie when we were actually at this podcast, and me and you were both like, "This is a terrible idea. This is gonna be awful." And the whole entire time I had my doubts, but they pulled it off. They knew what they were doing. They did a good job.
Liam, go fuck yourself.
Poor connection right now. You guys keep coming in and out. But overall, good. Because if you think like sequel, Black Adam is just like Shazam but evil. But that's also what Mark Strong was. Like he had the same powers.
Yeah.
There's not really anything you could do in that sense, unless they do something interesting with Caterpillar Guy.
How did you guys like the them squaring off and he couldn't hear him?
Yeah, it was.
They ruined it in the trailer, but it was funny.
Oh, they did in the trailer? See, I didn't see it in the trailer.
I didn't see it.
I like that scene a lot.
They do it quickly in the trailer, not like the whole thing.
Yeah, they really showed a lot of stuff in the trailer.
Yeah. But also, I didn't like what was it. I liked this movie more because I remember texting Keegan like a week and a half ago saying like this movie is gonna suck, and I was very pleasantly surprised because I didn't think the trailers were that funny.
No, they weren't. But I don't think there was many more laughs outside of the trailers either, though. I just think it was like a nice, heartwarming family movie.
Yeah. It really wasn't like a laugh out loud movie. It was just like you're having a nice time, you're smiling.
Yeah.
How about the Wink to Big though with the piano? I like that.
Yeah, I like
Some
that.
people could say it was cringy. I liked it.
No, I like that. I like the crumbling statues straight out of Ghostbusters. I like their nods were not very subtle at all, but I like seeing them. They fit really well in the movie. Anything else to say about this one?
Nope.
Nope.
You guys watch anything else? I know we're all reading Dune, or at least we're supposed to be. I have not started yet, to be honest.
I'm 40 pages in.
Nice.
I am about 50 pages in. Are we talking about Dune?
Yeah.
My connection keeps cutting out. So yeah, I started. I brought this up. You haven't started yet? You said.
No, I'm probably gonna start tomorrow.
All right. Like I know you're only 40 pages in. Does it feel to you like the dialogue is weird sometimes, where sometimes it sounds super modern, but at other times it sounds like it's supposed to be Shakespearean English?
Yeah, I feel like that bounces around a lot.
Yeah, because like Paul said something that was like, it's like that looks pretty bad out there, and I'm like, what the fuck? That is not at all what I thought.
There was multiple times where I reread lines today, just to be like, wait, did I read that correctly? Yeah, I've gotten that a couple times.
Okay, I like it so far then.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to get going.
In terms of what I've been watching, also, I'm nearly done with The Sopranos. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can say about The Sopranos that hasn't already been said. I would say objectively probably the best show I've ever watched. Maybe not my favorite, but I think you could definitely say the best.
Yeah. Watch The Wire.
Like, what did you say?
Have you watched The Wire?
I've seen parts of The Wire, but not all The Wire. But yeah, I mean, every character, like Edie Falco as Carmela is amazing. Obviously, James Gandolfini's amazing. I'm very retroactively upset about his death 6 years ago now. But yeah.
I assume you know how it ends?
I mean, I know how it ends in terms of like the cut to black thing, just because I remember that being a cultural thing when I guess we were like 9 when that came out. But I don't know like how the storylines and stuff wrap up. And I think I'm like 10 episodes left. I'm like nearly middle of season 6.
I love that ending, actually. Just the cut to black. I think that's the way to do it. But I saw Beach Bum. Did you see Beach Bum, Keegan?
No, I saw its Rotten Tomatoes scores. I said, maybe not.
I really liked it, but if you don't like Harmony Korine, you should stick away from this movie. It's the same guy did Spring Breakers, also did Kids in the 90s. If you like his style, if you like his world, it's very much the same in Beach Bum. It stars Matthew McConaughey. It's a loaded cast. Snoop Dogg's in it. Isla Fisher, Jimmy Buffett, Zac Efron. It's good. It's short, but it kind of drags. But I liked it. It's crazy. It's way out there, but it had a nice message, and I laughed a lot. I'd give it a 7.5.
I haven't seen any of his stuff, so that's why I wasn't like super juiced to go see it.
I give it a 7.7. Okay, both movies say a 7.7.
Yeah, you're loving the 7.7.
Completely opposite movies. I think you'd. I don't know. You might hate it, Keegan. I don't really know how you would take it.
I probably won't see it in theaters. Have I watched anything? Watched the national championship. Pissed about that. Won at Texas Tech.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like Virginia basketball.
I got UVA right and came in 3rd, but in a different bracket because the one that Mike made, I came in 54th out of 55.
Yeah, I came in
Like-
53rd of 55.
Wow. You guys suck.
Bad. Real. After the Sweet 16, I was done. I think I don't get any teams left.
I came in 6th and 7th. Top
Dang.
4 got paid. Sucks.
It's a shame. I watched the last 2 episodes of season 6 of Game of Thrones and the finale of season 7, getting ramped up for that. Super pumped. But I don't think I've watched or played anything else. It's been a long time. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing. Sleeping, I guess.
I also watched all of season 1, and I'm up to date on Barry on HBO with Bill Hader. Love that show. Bill Hader's probably my favorite of like the mid to late 2000s SNL heavy hitters.
Dude,
With
that,
like
Bill Hader.
Sudeikis,
that
Kristen
freshman
Wiig.
class is unreal.
Yeah.
Sandberg, Sudeikis, Hader, and Wig.
Yeah. And then at the same time, you've got like Fred Armisen around there, Maya Rudolph. I mean, but Bill Hader and Barry is so great. And then Happy Days guy, whose name Henry Winkler, is so good. So is the guy from Dodgeball, who was like the friend who had the goggles. He's in it as like his like fellow,
He's in all
is like
Coen
his
Brothers movies. Or he's in
he's-
at least Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I think
yeah,
he's another.
and he's like his hitman coordinator, and he's hilarious. So overall, I think did one of you say you watched it last
I
time
watched
on
the
the
first
pod?
2 or 3.
Our
Where is it?
guest watch it. Which one of our guests watched it?
I watched it with
Charlie,
Antonio. So
Oh, Antonio. There you go.
yeah, and it breezed. I mean, it's 8 episodes that are. I don't think any of them are over 30 minutes. So it's. I mean, easily a day for season 1.
Cool.
That episode you did with Charlie and
wanna
Antonio
watch
was
it.
good.
Yeah, I want to finish it for sure.
I was trying to compliment you guys. Sorry.
Thanks, man.
The-
I'm so
the episode-
tired. I have to work in 4 hours. I'm pissed.
What?
Yeah.
Where the fuck do you work?
The 3rd shift, baby.
Mike, why is your Skype name Red Raider? Are you a Texas Tech fan?
I'm not.
Favorite
it's a long
color
story.
and grade school mascot.
Yeah. Maybe like in 3rd grade.
Wow.
Didn't even know Texas Tech was a thing at that point.
No, I did, but I said F it. I'm still doing it.
Bam. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Follow us at movie_rebrew, me at Cashmoney Keegan, Mike at _Oglebay, Liam at Starvin Garven. Subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud. We'd appreciate it. Thanks for joining us, Liam.
Thanks for
Mr.
having me.
Black
It's been a while.
Klansman.
Mr. Black Klansman. When you changing the Twitter name?
Oh God, no, I can't.
Fair.
That'll come off the wrong way, I think.
It will. It will.
All right. See you next week for Pet Cemetery and.
Oh, your
Oh,
beard.
Michaels, are you okay? It's just beer.
What kind of beer?
I'd like a keg of beer, please.
Hey, Johnny, how about a beer, huh?
Better when I'm drunk.
Did you like Sculpin?
Oh yeah, I like finished it without even really noticing. I just been sipping it while we were recording.
That's
really
a really
good.
one.
I love that beer.
Ballast Point is
Yeah.
one of those breweries where you like know for a fact it's going to be good.
Are they Ohio or are they?
No, they're
San
Northern
Diego.
California. Oh, San
Really?
Diego?
Yeah.
I thought they were San Francisco.
Nah.
Jacob's favorite beer is the Manta Ray from Ballast Point. They're a double IPA.
That's very good. I think he made me have one once. Made me have one with him.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Ballast Point's awesome.
That's Ryan's favorite brewery. Dougie Buckets.
Nice. All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Sometime you exploded, drop a few lines. When I catch you through the static, Irish goodbye, what a classic. Perennial girl in love once a year. When it comes, she disappears. Maybe she'll stay.